Your information station, WTIM.
Tim Zalabak here on WTIM's Information Station, bring you your morning show here on WTIM. Thank you to our live stream sponsor, People's Bank and Trust of Taylorville. Now let's get right into it. I'm sitting here with Linda Allen from the Greater Taylorville Area Chamber of Commerce, and she's brought a guest, John Stremsterfer, the president and CEO of the Community Foundation for the Land of Lincoln. How are we doing today?
We are doing great.
Awesome.
Doing
It's really
fine.
good to have both of you here. John, you're brand new to the station here today, and that's John Stremsterfer, President and CEO, one more time, of the Community Foundation of the Land of Lincoln. John, can you tell us a little bit about what you do and who you are?
Sure. Thanks for having me, Tim. As you say, my name's John Stremsterfer, and I'm the president of the Community Foundation. And we serve 8 counties in central Illinois. Our headquarters are in Springfield, but we've been very active in Christian County over the last few years. And the mission of the organization is very succinct and simple. It's connecting people who care with causes that matter. And the way we execute on that mission is through philanthropy. Local donors who establish charitable funds at the Community Foundation, really for whatever charitable purpose they desire. So, for example, one of the scholarship funds that's been established here for Taylorville graduates is the Jean Lee Hiller Memorial Scholarship. And I worked with Jean Lee Hiller's daughter to establish this fund after Jean passed away and left a very nice bequest to the Community Foundation. And now that awards a $3,000 renewable scholarship each year to a Taylorville graduate. So things like that is what the Community Foundation is built for. We also do a lot of grant making to other charitable organizations. So if there's a person in the community that just loves Taylorville, loves Christian County, Central Illinois, however they define that geographically, and just wants to give back in a general way, they could create just a general fund, an unrestricted fund. Or they may have a desire to help the arts or the environment or children's issues. You name it, a community foundation can kind of accommodate the giving.
Perfect. Now we have the lowdown on what the Community Foundation really does. And it's really totally encompassing of everything. You got the arts in there. You have everything in there. That's a really cool scholarship, $3,000 per year. And that's huge as a college student just getting out of college. That's
Sure.
really big. And how often are you guys running events like this? When do these events happen?
Yeah, the scholarship applications come live January 1st of every year. And then I think the deadline is end of March. And then committees get to work and they make decisions. We gave in total over $200,000 in scholarships this year in Central Illinois. And it's quite an endeavor. You have hundreds of applications that we process, dozens and dozens of committee members make ultimately these awards to really wonderful students. I think it was over 100 students got awards this year.
That's really great. Now, how will this combine here with the Taylorville Area Greater Chamber of Commerce, sitting here with Linda Allen, a bit of the assistant to the CEO of the Chamber of Commerce here. So how do you guys know each other? What is this connection here?
Actually, executive director.
Executive director.
So they joined last year. We met Sarah Helm. She came to the chamber and she explained to me what she had and what she was doing. And we found it to be really interesting. And we host what is called a Scholarship Awareness Day. We do this is our 9th year. And we found out about this scholarship through this organization that then was a member. And then we learned about Jean Hiller because that is very much a Taylorville Roots scholarship. So that kind of came on board and we really got to learn what they did. And then the opportunities there for students is amazing. And Taylorville has a lot of community money to give to students. So we want to all collectively come together. So we brought them aboard.
Yeah, Taylorville High School, a huge part of this community here, and you're really promoting that advancing your education, which is a big deal. That's what you guys stand for with the Community Foundation.
Absolutely. It's all about charitable giving. And I think what's so rewarding for me, I've been doing this 20 years now, is I get to meet very generous people who want to give away money and help other folks. And then the people we give it to, whether it be students for scholarships, are incredible charitable organizations and communities. That's a nice side of the coin as well, because there's so many good organizations and good people working at them. And we help fulfill the wishes of those donors and kind of play an intermediary role in that whole process.
That's huge. I mean, growing costs with college, it kind of deters people from moving on. And just college alone, I'm sure the Community Foundation does a whole lot more, but this scholarship program is quite a huge initiative. When did that start?
Oh gosh, well, we founded the Community Foundation in 2003, and it was originally Sangamon County exclusively, and then broadened it in 2010 to serve now 8 counties. and it's been rapidly growing. When I first started, we had under $1 million in total assets, and now we're over $65 million in assets, granting millions of dollars a year in Central Illinois. So it's really caught on, and that's due to the generosity of local people.
What an amazing thing that has gone so far since 2003. You've really been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, about 20 years now.
20 years. That's awesome. That is really awesome. So I don't want to move away from this just yet. I want to talk a little bit about the Taylorville connection and everything in Central Illinois. Like, what's another big endeavor you guys venture into?
Well, just to kind of focus on Christian County for a while, recently the Christian County YMCA established an endowment fund at the Community Foundation to help build resources for the Y. We also have families from Christian County who have established what we call donor advised funds. Those are really kind of a cool charitable tool where you legally give the money away to set up a fund. You can put your family name on it to the Community Foundation. And then it's like you're Bill Gates and you're having your own foundation. You can grant money to whatever you want it to go to. It could be your church. It could be your alma mater. It could be the Christian County YMCA. And then you just fill out a form. We process the gift. It's a really efficient and effective tax planning tool, but you have to be a generous person to want to do that. And so for people who are very philanthropic, who want to kind of organize their charitable giving, these types of funds are incredible, and they're incredible tools for the community. And one thing on those funds, and kind of how I think connected in a big way, we were talking before we got on air here about COVID, and we're kind of happy it seems like it's gone, right? But during that time when COVID hit our shores and people wanted to act, the Community Foundation, our Community Foundation, processed nearly $1 million that came in and went out within a matter of weeks. And a lot of that money went to organizations here in Christian County as well. So we kind of snapped into action, and those donor advised funds help fuel a lot of that giving.
So COVID, obviously, it's going to make a lot of local businesses, especially in small rural towns, they're going to take a large hit. That's a big opportunity there for
sure.
Community Foundation to step in and help out.
It really was. It's work that we're really proud of, how we were able to execute on our mission at that critical time. And I think it had brought more people to us for their giving. And we sure met a lot of really good organizations who are on the front lines in that really kind of scary time in America.
Yeah, I would say the front lines there financially for sure, like who to turn to
right.
in the Community Foundation. That's really awesome. Linda Allen, we haven't forgot about you. I'm so sorry.
Okay, it's fine.
I'm
learning. That's the whole point of this. It's the awareness of what these organizations do. And who would have known if we weren't told today?
What has your observation been since working with the Community Foundation, Land of Lincoln?
What is my option?
Yeah, like what have you seen here in Taylorville?
It's a very sustainable, cool, like you said, tax planning mechanism if you're generous and you need some places to put your money. But I think the cool part for me is that you can decide where your money goes. And if you have your heart is in this organization, you want your money to go there, you can make that wish and they make sure that it happens. So for me, I think that's really neat.
That's perfect. That's really great. Yeah, and you said you're almost a Bill Gates at that point. You have your own little foundation. I like that thought. If you do have the capital to do something like that, it's a great way to start that and get that going. Can you explain that one more time for us?
Yeah. Well, Mark Zuckerberg, you heard of that guy?
Yes.
He actually has a donor advised fund at the Silicon Valley Community Foundation. And that's around $1 billion fund, just one fund. So he's got some money. Mm-hmm. But anyone, I think, in a community foundation model, can make philanthropy accessible. So the minimum fund size for a donor advised fund is $10,000. It's not $1 billion. So with a $10,000 fund, you and your family can really start to organize your own giving. And I just know in my own family, we've done this and engage our children in the giving process. And it's really, I think, a good tool for teaching in addition to having the great effect it does on local organizations. So it's really kind of this elegant tool, I think, that exists in the world to really make giving a more involved process for people and more rewarding.
Works well for the community, works well in terms of tax advantages and
wins all around.
Yeah, wins all the way around. Perfect. All right. Well, I'm sitting here with John Stremsterfer, the president and CEO of the Community Foundation of the Land of Lincoln. We've just learned all about what they do over there. What a great initiative and scholarship programs they have going on over there, as well as Linda Allen from the Greater Taylorville Area Chamber of Commerce. He's the executive assistant to the CEO of the chamber. We're going to be right back here after a short little break on the WTIM information station.
WTIM. WTIM.
Back here on WTIM's, your information station, here on the WTIM Morning Show, live stream brought to you by People's Bank and Trust. Now I'm sitting down with Linda Allen from the Greater Taylorville Area Chamber of Commerce, assistant to the director, and we have John Stremsterfer, the president and CEO of the Community Foundation with the Land of Lincoln. So we've talked so much to John Stremsterfer so far about all the great things they do at the Community Foundation of Land of Lincoln. And you guys have a upcoming event. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yes, we have a group called the Young Philanthropists, and that is kind of people in the younger professional age range. But, you know, no one can be too old to be a young philanthropist. For $125 is all it is an annual membership. You too can be young, no matter your age. So you can buy the founding youth at the Community Foundation. With that group, it's what we call a giving circle, and it's kind of collective giving. People pitch in $125 a person per year. We give a portion of that money out immediately, and then we endow the rest of the gift each year, where the endowment's up to nearly $200,000 now. We're granting out about $12,000 a year to children's organizations. And Tuesday evening in Springfield at the Illinois State Museum, we have our kickoff event for the year. They have this really cool exhibit at the State Museum right now, highlighting the Gen X generation, which makes me feel really old, Tim, because when your generation's in a museum, you feel a little older. Yeah, but it's going to be a really cool event, and anyone's invited. You don't have to be a member. It's just to get to know the organization, and people who are interested in philanthropy and want to learn more and meet like-minded people. It's a great organization to be a part of.
Amazing. And one of the greatest parts of that, if you are involved in that, you two are young. You brought it up.
That's right.
You're defined as young.
That's right. No matter your age.
Perfect. All right. Well, that's awesome. That's at the Illinois State Museum.
Correct.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, Tuesday night, 6:00.
Beautiful. And where can anyone go for information on the community?
Our website is our acronym cfll.org.
Amazing. All right. Linda Allen, let's move over to you. We have some amazing things coming out of the Greater Taylorville Area Chamber of Commerce.
And I'll try to be very concise and fast. But
oh no,
I want to
draw it
tell
out.
you.
Let's go.
I want to tell you that first of all, today we have ribbon cutting. We do these things for the community. We have we're going to Nicus Floor Covering. They've been members for a long time. They have a new location, and that's kind of what we do. We go feature what they got going on. They have a grand opening sale that they're going to be hosting, so we'll be showing up at 10:30 for that. Everyone is welcome to attend. And then we have one coming up next week, and it's going to be on the square, and it's Harlow Industrial Services. They joined the chamber, and this man does a myriad of things. I saw him fixing a hydraulic lift the other day. I mean, there's nothing he can't do. So we'll be having that one on June 22nd at 10:30 a.m. We'll be having our after hours next week. It's going to be at Nesty's, and that's upstairs, and it's going to be hosted by Brad and Blake Davis. So we encourage everyone to come. It'll be fun. And then if you haven't noticed, I might have some things in front of me.
Yeah, for the live stream
Yes.
viewers right now.
So tying into the philanthropy idea, we changed our banquet, and this was Randy Miller's idea, and it works. So we have our annual banquet every year, and we are injecting fun and fundraising. So we are sharing in the wealth with 3 other not-for-profits, Missions for Taylorville, Hope House, and the Chamber. We facilitate this. We are going to be, I got sponsors to cover the costs. We are selling tickets, and then after that, we are going to be splitting the proceeds. The Chamber will retain 50% of the ticket sales, with the other 2 organizations receiving the other 50%. We're going to be hosting a game of Family Feud. You might hear things like that. We're going to have these on the table. It's going to be a fun night. We want to, we've been playing this all week. We've been practicing. If you came into our office, you might wonder what we're up to, but lots of Steve Harvey things going on. We have a celebrity lookalike, kind of maybe Steve Harvey stand-in, and it's going to be our very own incoming president, Mike Asali, and he has changed his name to that of Stephen Harvey. So that's who will be up there. I have ordered things for him. He'll be in makeup. He'll make sure that we have a fun night.
I, for one, am excited for this banquet dinner. I, as a WTIM member, will be going to this banquet, and this Family Feud game, I'm interested in what it's going to look like and how you guys are putting it on. This is the first year, correct?
Yes, so this is the first time we've ever done it, and we love to jump in and do strange things that we got to pick apart and figure it out. So we reached out to the marketing department at CTI to help us decide how this was going to be played and to keep the whole room involved. So we're going to start off with firing rounds, and then we're going to build up points, and the 2 teams that get the most points go head to head at the end of the night for their game of Family Feud. And that's where these buzzers will come in. There might be noisemakers in the back. I don't know. we're just gonna roll with it.
Just teasing. Is that are you teasing the audience right now, or you just don't know if we're gonna have noise?
I don't know.
You
I
just
might
don't
be teasing.
know.
I don't know.
Okay, wow,
I do
great.
know, but
I love that. And like you said, these buzzers, they're going to get involved. There's going to be some competition involved. It's going to come down to the bottom two teams. We're looking like we're going to have a good night.
it's gonna be a fun night. We got 2 really good prizes donated to us. WICS, Emily Lynch donated 6 tickets to the Cardinal versus Nationals game. I don't know much about baseball, so that's somebody is going to win that something. And then Sparklight donated a base headset for us to give away, and then we have chamber gift certificates we're going to be giving away, and those gifts will be going back into the community.
Awesome. All right.
It'll be fun.
This interview flew by. We have a little bit less than a minute left. Can you tell us the where and when this is happening, and any information where people can go?
It's going to be happening at the Pillars Event Center Friday night. Doors will open at 5:30. Dinner begins at 6:30, and the program and game begins shortly after that. We will be we did our awards a little different this year too. We'll be announcing our awards. There will be a few little speeches. Incoming board members will be seated. Outgoing board members will be thanked, and then we are going to have fun.
Amazing. All right. Well, this has been the WTIM Morning Show with Linda Allen from the Greater Taylorville Area Chamber of Commerce and the assistant to the director, and then John Stremsterfer, who we talked to earlier in this one. This has been a great conversation so far. Talked all about the Community Foundation for the Land of Lincoln and all the great things they do. You've been listening to the WTIM Information Station. I am Tim Zalabak.
WTIM.